Hello, my name is Tytiana, and the topic of my persuasive speech is over spanking your children. People discipline their children in many different ways, but spanking has been frowned upon for quite some time now. In a few states, it is not even accepted. Some people think spanking is a form of abuse and is unnecessary, but there is a fine line between spanking your children to make them understand or punishing them when they misbehave and abusing them. They are two completely different things. Spanking your child is okay as long as you have a reason and a point of doing so. Being a parent comes with great responsibility, and when it comes to discipline, you want to do what is best and most effective for your child. Although what is best and most effective for your child is not always what people choose to do. As long as it is not done out of anger, spanking your child is not a cruel and unusual punishment. Studies show that 80% of children whose parents refuse to spank them usually grow up spoiled, expecting things to always go their way, and sometimes don't end up respecting their parents at all. Spanking your child can be effective when teaching your child a lesson. For example, toddlers or small children who get into things that are harmful or that they can hurt themselves with, it's okay to spank them or swat them to let them know that it's not okay. But for children around that young age, it's more preferred to give them a hand swat, just because you don't want to hurt them. If you do choose to punish your child by spanking, it should be done on the bottom or below the waist. Children usually deserve or get spanked for being mouthy, having a bad attitude, a bad temper, or misbehaving. Spanking your child will help them grow up to be well-behaved, respectful, and responsible. This makes your child more of a pleasure to be around, whether at home, school, or wherever they are. Spanking your child just anywhere or with objects usually won't help them learn their lesson. That is what usually leads to anger and grudges within the child. Children seem to understand why they're being punished when they are spanked on the bottom or thigh area. Communicating with your child and explaining to them what they did to deserve the spanking is much better than spanking with no explanation at all. That can also lead to anger and also lead to a bad relationship between the child and the parent. Now, this does not mean that there are no other effective ways to punish your children and get them to understand you. There are several ways to punish your children without spanking them. I'm just letting you know that it's an option and it should not be thought of as a bad thing to do. As I stated before, spanking your child is acceptable as long as you do so only when necessary. The future of your children relies on the parents and their